G'day legends, ATRON here, welcome to another Guild Wars session, probably the easiest Guild Wars session I have done to date. So a couple of things from last time that I've changed. We are running essentially a Dove support group. So we've got all of our tanks and utility in place to essentially snipe the team down while healing at the same time. So Serena's there for revive and heals, Ghulam's there for heals, Waller's there for heals. Anubis is there for getting rid of all the troops. So a couple of things I changed from last time. I think I was running a brute force demo. Much better with 8 stone skin on the demo. I've also changed Waller to an 8 stone skin instead of 8 flame guard because he seems to get chunked by enemy doves. So this is really a simple just set and forget sort of strategy. So you just find wherever their dove is on the map. I like to go against their dove first because it offers the best stacking potential, so you don't walk into the base and destroy the first 3 heroes on the other side, and then you don't really have as much stacking power to whittle the other heroes down as you go. So it's really simple. You know, lead with Dove, and you've got Waller and Demo and Ghulam. Ghulam all on 5 Vite, and the rest of them are kind of iffy, whether or not they need it or not. Anubis will get you to destroy the troops quicker, but I think I had him on Corrode for some of this, or all of it. That's just how he sits on defense. Another great thing about this setup is that you'll have 3 heroes that you're generally going to have on the base all the time, being Anubis, Dove, and Waller. The other 3 sort of are interchangeable as you do your guild wars, so you're not totally vulnerable when you go to attack. Not as much as you would be if you were changing to Minnow and Pumpkin Juke, for example. So it's a pretty easy strategy. Just fine tuning it from last week where I tried to do that brute force on Demo. Still great. Still some really cool effects, but even in LBF, I did leave him on for Lost Battlefield. Instead of using the brute force, I used the stone skin, and the extra survivability along with the utility of just blinding the other heroes was much more effective than pure strength and pure brute force, as the irony would be. So I think on this one I actually didn't even realize I dropped Dove. That's how ridiculous this is. She just walks in and starts attacking the base, and then you just drop all your other utility heroes behind her. She's not going to die. She's going to be the first and foremost forefront person being attacked from, for example, the enemy Skell and the Dove, or whoever the 3 heroes are on that side. If you drop Dove first, she's going to be the one targeted, so obviously she has the best inbuilt defense mechanism, only having 18k per hit. Mine has Victory Lunge, so it'll be a little bit less than that. But that's pretty much, what do we got? We got 1 attack. How many attacks are we up to here? But what I will be doing is subbing out Demo. So I'd like to, he does give a lot of good utility and defense, but teaming Ghulam is one of the main key reasons everyone stays alive so much better. Demo is also there for the blind. It does help dramatically. But with more troops, the Demo can be kind of subbed out if you're trying to get rid of the Skelly procs or something like that, or absorb some of those Waller procs. So we will continue this method of sniping, just using the set and forget, Ghulam protect kind of method, but I will be, obviously, as I like to do once figuring out a method, trying to turn that as free-to-play friendly as possible. So if you are interested in that free-to-play method, I will be releasing shortly a total free-to-play guide of 840 flames, assuming you've got all the flames in the previous dungeon. It's an Insane Dungeon 7 guide. Once I make it and upload it, I will link it here, and you can go check that out. But yeah, it's going to be free-to-play guide for all of Insane Dungeon 7, 3 flaming every dungeon with no Minnow or Spirit Mage or anything like that. So Serena's definitely been a big part of that. I guess the only other thing to say is the easiest thing to do is if they have separated their gunslinger and their dove, you can just distract the gunslinger copters like I'm doing at the top here, and your team is going to be a lot easier to kind of just override their team and delete them. My opinion would be there'll be some very interesting strategies coming up soon with Iron Will as a crest, not having 10 seconds. I think crests 1 to 5 are all 10 seconds of energy reduction immunity and stun immunity. So you might find that your Minnow, for example, if he's War God, he's going to benefit the most from the talent, probably, of Iron Will, but on top of that, you might look at all of your heroes in your LBF squad that have 5 Vite as their main and Psy Shield as their second talent to protect them. They put Iron Will as a main talent and a 5 Vite as their second talent. Happy days. You can gonna be seeing a lot more interesting strategies come up. Guild wars will become easier, and well, to an extent, on defense that also might be a lot harder to deal with, but have yet to come across many people. Just going through the heroes here. Probably don't run Phoenix. I'm just seeing that. Probably don't run Phoenix on a hero if you're trying to snipe. But that's pretty much it. More discussion to come with the new talents as we do new modes and more people get them with crests and whatnot. So we'll go through those eventually. But thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, that's my team. Easiest drop method ever. No, it's not. Gunslinger. That's my new team. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next vid.